Shri Satyanarayan. Good morning. Your message on not having met MD Ramniam is surprising. A few in our group might be aware that I had been meeting MD of Ramniam occasionally with regard to another project, and incidentally inquiring about Harmony too. One day after MD visited our site, he had sent a message that Ramniam proposes to go ahead with Harmony rebuilding. I had sent the message to you personally, since I believe in empowering the association and strengthening the association to take the welfare of the group forward. That is why we have the association, I suppose. I sincerely urge upon you and the association to meet MD Ramniam after fixing an official appointment to discuss the project details so that the group could be appraised about the meeting. My experience during my interactions with MD Ramniam has always been very good. I personally feel happy about every occasion of interaction with him. His response to any query is equally fast. I am attaching a message received from him with regard to a suggestion sent. The response speaks volumes. I strongly believe in empowering the association, and hence I had sent my suggestion to Ramniam through the association only. Association is empowered to lead the project, and the role of any facilitator is over once contact is established between builder and association. Redevelopment would be a long journey for more than 3 years in total, and a continuous interaction between the builder, association would be required at all stages. Shri Sridhar is also a very responsive person. I had once requested Shri Sridhar for help with regard to a government document correction. Shri Sridhar inquired about the process, and when he required the original document, he informed me about it. I told him that I would visit Ramniam office and hand over the document. Shri Sridhar told me that he is sending a staff to collect the document. The document was returned after the work was completed, and again Shri Sridhar sent the document through this staff. Such is my experience with him. Shri Satyanarayan, I feel that the association should seek an appointment with MD Ramniam and discuss the proposal to 1. Seek clarification on gaps, doubts 2. Fill in the gaps 3. Match the Ramniam offer with other builders in areas wherever improvement is possible, and present the final picture to the group. As mentioned, redevelopment is a long journey, and your leadership to the group would be very vital in all areas including 1. Finalizing more with builder, presenting it in GB, and its approval 2. Coordination in allotment of flats and shops 3. Coordinating with builder and signing POI by all member of group 4. Executing of documents on behalf of the association and getting copies of all documents like payment receipt made by builder to CMDA, RERA Corporation etc. and so on. 4. Signing of RDA by all members. 5. Coordination with builder as a single channel and updating the members of the progress of redevelopment from time to time.
I had informed Secretary that I would not be able to join the committee, for I felt I might not be able to work according to my conscience in the group. Experience as an independent director in organizations has shown me that the chairman of the organization is the head of the board, and various committees are appointed and assigned specific tasks to examine and submit report to the chairman. Chairman presents the report to the board meeting as an agenda item for deliberations and decision of the board meeting. President being a committee member negates this concept. The question raised by you is also a reason for my decision not to join the committee.
Be that as it may, your leadership would be vital, since you are the Bhumiputra, and almost all the members know you. Speaking orders recorded in writing are very important. The group had dropped builders earlier too, like Jain, Nova, Vishranti, etc. but there is no reason recorded in any GB as to why the builder was dropped. There should have been a reason, a valid reason, and that reason should be recorded. Why a particular builder is recommended for consideration should also be recorded on basis of data, facts, and figures. The USP of the offer on comparison should be made clear in case of a recommendation of a builder. Sharing the reason why builder is being recommended is important as it enables the group to understand the USP based on which the recommendation is based. Recommending a builder without knowing the reason does not lead to informed decision, and it generally ends up as a non-participatory decision. Decisions based on data, facts and figures are easy to arrive at and is unanimously approved. A comparative statement of another project is shown. Decision was arrived in just 2 meetings. Offers received from many builders were circulated in the past. Offers have been compared point-wise. Nowhere was there an hard push for a particular builder. Except one. My individual experience with MD Ramniam and Sri Sridhar was narrated, only to make it clear that personal experience, personal conversations would not be thrust by me on the group to influence the group. The group should have all data, facts, figures and make an informed choice. Empowering the association is important. When group members empower the association wins and we all win. Again, MD Ramniam's message sent to me that the project would be commenced was not posted by me in the group but sent to President, and he had posted it in the group. No need to run around town boosting that a message is received.
Empower the association to initiate the discussions. President and Secretary stating that there was no meeting, no response to messages, phone call shows that this needs immediate correction. I urge upon the President to write to MD, seek an appointment, discuss, and inform the GB. In case there is no response, which I feel would not happen, the consideration of the builder can be discussed in the GB.
One association had given a general mandate to all members to solicit proposals from builders interested in redevelopment of Harmony apartments. 2. Many facilitators helped in forging new contacts. 3. The role of the facilitator ends when the contact is established and the role of the association starts. 4. Association's role is to inform the members about the details of the proposal received, seek views and suggestions from the members, discuss the views and suggestions received from the members in the GB, and take up the consolidated suggestions of the group with the builder and seek resolutions on the solutions doubts with the concerned builder. 5. There may be many facilitators in the group, and each facilitator cannot push their own agenda directly or through a small subgroup. 6. Facilitators acting beyond the scope creates doubts about the process of facilitation itself. 1. Both the President and the Secretary have conveyed through their messages in the WhatsApp group, Rebuilding Harmony Apartments, that they have not received any response to phone calls made to Ramniam. 2. Defense that a person was busy in a meeting is too strange. 3. Normally, business entities respond to calls promptly, and if they are busy, traveling, etc., the call is acknowledged and a return call is done at the earliest opportunity. 4. This is the golden practice adopted by leading business entities. 5. Ignoring phone calls and messages of the President and Secretary speaks very poorly. 6. President, Secretary do not contact a builder except when there a point or an issue to be discussed. 7. If calls are ignored even at this formative stage, the situation that may arise in case builder is shortlisted or selected creates concern. 8. Will the builder continue to communicate only with the facilitator, ignoring the association? The builder has started a WhatsApp group, Harmony Redevelopment, with 6-member and Sri N. Sridhar as the admin. This group created could have been used if there were constraints in responding to the calls. Will the members have to contact the facilitators even after they have outlived their role? Is this the general practice adopted by the builder? Just asking. The builder has started a WhatsApp group, Harmony Redevelopment, with 6-member and Shri N. Sridhar as the admin. This group created could have been used if there were constraints in responding to the calls. Will the members have to contact the facilitators even after they have outlived their role? Is this the general practice adopted by the builder? Just asking. A message, purported to have been sent by Ramniam giving the time schedule, was circulated in WhatsApp by a member. The message was defective, since the timeline message did not mention about timeline for 3 important stages, MOU, POA, and handling over of sale deed. The message sent by Mr. D. Singh seeking clarification was sent to MD Ramniam, since the incomplete message was from the facilitator and not the builder. This message sent to the head of Ramniam was transferred down to lines and posted in the WhatsApp group. It is a warning or threat that the message would be passed further for action. Is it a warning or a threat that the message would be passed down further for action? It might be paranoid to think that there is risk to life, but life is uncertain, and more particularly for a senior citizen. Comparative statements of the two builders was prepared meticulously and circulated. No builder was recommended in any slide of the presentation. Comparative data was provided based on data received from builders. Loyalty towards someone should have been the reason to make the statement that the comparative statement put by Mr. Anup is not based on documents, either from Casagran or Ramniam, and most of the details are misleading. Can he substantiate his statement? Can he provide any data to show that the information is misleading? Will he apologize for his statement? An employee of Ramniam. If he is interested in casting aspersions on others, he should provide fact-based data. But from a look at the other posts also, it appears that mudslinging without supporting facts is a habit. Why can't he prepare a comparative chart himself and discuss? If the comparative chart has upset his hard push plan, God help the group. Why blame the government? Why blame the government alone? The number of RERA approvals granted during the last 4 years is given. Take some efforts to check CMDA data too. Everything can't be provided in a platter, for snide remarks. Sale deed copy was collected a year back, and legal scrutiny, which is mostly an in-house work too, has not commenced. And how many apartment owners are under the impression that processing is going on? The number of floors is not decided, and in the RDA draft it is mentioned as 5 or 8 floors. Now in the so-called timeline statement, it is said that timeline for legal scrutiny is October 2nd. The WhatsApp message has not been received from Ramniam, and Ramniam has not authenticated it, despite request. Why is Ramniam hesitating to authenticate its own information, if it is its own? I don't cook up data, says Anup in response to his statement. All points have written messages to back the points mentioned in the statement. The irresponsible statement made by this person has been strongly refuted. What a shame! Still not eating his words? Still not eating the humble pie? Still awaiting for a selfie of the person eating his words, who made the statement, data is misleading. 90% of the owners agreed for Ramniam. This is 100% a misleading statement. What is the objective of this misleading statement?
One statement is the message is that Casagrande has never done any redevelopment project. Association can verify this statement with the builder. The message also states that there are more than 600 complaints pending as on today against Casagrande before TNRERA. RTI query is a solution to verify if it is true or black lie.
This part of the message, if two men so-called committee is biased is projecting some builder for free money there is no point in Zoom meeting, is not true at all. Two men committee has never been formed by the association. Black lie. No builder is projected in any presentation. Only pure data is provided. Instead of mudslinging, proof can be provided. Kannal kaanbadum, kaadal ketpadum poi, theera visarippade mei. Messages with factual data put the mudslinging to rest, at least for the time being. The financial strength of a company is verified, based on data, not on hearsay. Efforts should be taken to check the financial data, and arrive at an informed decision. Decision should be data-based and not hunch-based. The financial data of one company is shown. All armchair commentators can stain themselves to analyze the data and comment. By the way, data is available in the net and anyone can check. To mislead a person, no data is required, smearing would do. To guide person to take a healthy decision, data-based approach is the best. The financial data of one company is shown. All armchair commentators can strain themselves to download data of another company, or get the data from the company directly through their resources, compare it, and then advise the group. Is prejudging before fact-finding and fact analysis, forming opinion before having enough knowledge or understanding on the issue, and opinionating others, particularly a group, a crime? Just asking. This is what happens in WhatsApp messages. Important information is withheld. How can the application for demolition etc. be done without getting POA from all owners? The WhatsApp message reads, immediately on receipt of patta, apply for demolition and approval for proposed building, sign the redevelopment agreement with flat number, square feet, parking, indicated in the agreement. See the clarity in a signed document. In case someone is okay with WhatsApp message, so be it. Fear of GST was in circulation until both developers mentioned that GST for owner's share, that is 60% share, will be borne by the developer. The message should be authenticated under sign and signature. If the association is unable to insist with the builders for documented records and is comfortable with WhatsApp messages, it is left to the association. After all, the association is not in a position to insist that the developer should answer their calls or respond to the association communication directly to the association. This is what happens in WhatsApp messages. Important information is withheld. How can the application for demolition etc. be done without getting POA from all owners? The WhatsApp message reads, immediately on receipt of patta, apply for demolition and approval for proposed building, sign the redevelopment agreement with flat number, square feet, floor, parking, indicated in the agreement. See the clarity in a signed document. In case someone is okay with WhatsApp message, so be it with him, her. God save. Despite this, someone posted this message. Ramniam message was questioned regarding stamp and authority. Since consent letter is not given, everybody will give in the message form only. As such, there should not be any questioning, quarreling. Everything for discussion purpose only. Is this the company policy of Ramniam, that messages will only be sent only in WhatsApp to housing association where rebuilding is under negotiation, and where members have not yet given the consent letter? Or is a figment of imagination of the person posting this message speaking on behalf of Ramniam? Can an open letter be sent to Ramniam for clarification? God save, God save. None of the members in this group except a few have recommended any builder. All that the members have been suggesting was that a good builder should be selected. The best offer should be selected. Due diligence and care should be exercised in legal documentation for the project. Let the wisdom of the group be respected. No one has brought money aspect in any communication till now.
Property purchase/redevelopment is not signal light sales. Selling low-value products sales. High-value transactions are rationalized, well-documented, well-researched transactions. More light on low ethics people can help the vulnerable, who need guidance. Hard selling, aggressive marketing people, who hard sell and promote high-value transactions, without giving a specific reason to highlight the USP of the product or manufacturer, etc., should be kept under guard.
Every promoter promotes his product or creations. Association can ask both developers to promote their products' creations directly, for the benefit of all owners.
Pushing hard, why should X or Y be selected? Are any special points that are to be considered in favor of a builder mentioned here? Or should the builder be considered, or other factors, extraneous to the advantage factors, out of love and affection? Everyone has a mind to apply. Place the factors which are favorable to builder X and builder Y, and the group will consider on merits.
Association can prioritize the developer reputation and provide details. Else each builder can send a note, YX, or YY, so that there can be a fair and equal opportunity to evaluate. As they say, everyone should blow his own trumpet, or others will use it as spittoon. One builder has told from day one that JDA need not be registered in Tamil Nadu. Complete clarity from the builder's side. Another builder has not given any clarity till now, despite various longish messages on the subject in the group. But this builder too executes JDA, RDA on stamp paper only. It's your right. It's your choice. Don't let someone else steal your voice, steal your choice, and make you powerless. Beware of such people. Decide judiciously.